Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on this upcoming almost at the end of the year transit of Rahu and Ketu. We know this thing that Rahu and Ketu are responsible for unfolding our destiny. And just because this is going to be very important transit because Rahu and Ketu are going to be working in their purest of the essence because many Vedic astrologers considered Rahu as the co-ruler of Aquarius, being considered as strengthened over there. But we all know this thing that Rahu is very ambitious planet who wants authority. And a lot of the times it has been seen that it's the influence of Rahu over the 10th house. Rahu's influence over the Capricorn is responsible for giving you sudden rise in the life, attainment of authority, power. So all of that we will discuss. And we know that Ketu operates purely on our subconsciousness. So Ketu's presence in the Cancer can also be considered as very strengthened. And just because next year there's going to be conjunction of Jupiter and Ketu in the Cancer, so that will also enhance the tail end of the nodal axis as well. So how it is going to be influencing us, although we still have couple of months to go, but I'm just giving you a heads up what to expect. So, okay, friends, before we will start our discussion, first we will pray to Lord Ganesha, who is the Hindu god of auspiciousness, good omens, and who presides over all the knowledge of mystic sciences known to humankind. So, Om Ekdantai Vidmahe Vakratundai Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat. We will also invoke the blessings of the Lord Shiva as well. So, Om Tat Purushai Vidmahe Mahadevai Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. And our friends, because um, the hero of this discussion is Rahu and Ketu. So we will invoke the blessing of the Rahu Devta as well. So Om Shirurupai Vidmahe Amriteshai Dhimahi Tanno Rahu Prachodayat. And doing the same for the Ketu. Om Ashwadhajai Vidmahe Shulhastai Dhimahi Tanno Ketu Prachodayat. So now friends, when we talk about general signification, so if you are new to Vedic astrology, you just want to get a synopsis of how the Rahu and Ketu operates, they function. So in Vedic astrology, Rahu is not a physical planet, but a mathematical shadow point, specifically the north node of the moon. It is the point where the moon's orbit crosses the ecliptic from south to north. Now, despite being invisible, Rahu holds immense power and significance in a birth chart due to its deep karmic and psychological implications. Friends, I couldn't tell you the only way Vedic astrology hold this edge amongst all different form of fortune telling or psychological astral analysis is because Vedic astrology give emphasis to Rahu and Ketu. It give emphasis to the 27 nakshatras. Some of the key attributes of Rahu, we know that the nature of Rahu is malefic, shadowy, obsessive. It represents the air element. Its gender, some astrologers connect it as male, some consider it as neutral. Direction is southwest. Associated deities, Lord Kalbhairav, Goddess Durga, Goddess Saraswati. Its color is considered as smoky. Gemstone is hezonite, and many Vedic astrologers gave it the co-rulership of the Aquarius as well. And the nakshatras, which it is strongly connected with, are the Adra, Swati, Sadbisha. So, friends, Rahu energy is very paramount in someone's life. Like if you will see someone rising rapidly in a very short span of time, this could be Rahu. If you will see someone's character is going to be very corrupt, that is the influence of Rahu. You will see someone very out of the box, very innovative, like a pioneer in the life, or like someone who's going to be very taboo breaking in his family. All of that is the influence of Rahu talking through that person. Now, friends, the symbolic meaning and the karmic role. So we know this thing that the way I mentioned, the positive attributes of Rahu is like innovative thinking, breaking norms, political acumen, mass influence. The negative traits of Rahu, like addiction, illusion, mental anxiety, sudden rise in dramatic falls. But friends, like just because this slide is about the karmic role, like not only I have testimony of many of my clients, but even if I were to share my own personal life as well, So for example, like my whole of this professional astrological journey started in Saturn Mahadasha. So like the way my whole dasha was unfolding in the Mercury sub period, I started my YouTube channel. It has to do with communication. With Venus, I did a film course, like was going for auditions, even acted in a movie as well. Sun, Moon, Mars, but it's only in the Rahu. Like I got this federal government opportunity, which seems to be aligned with my destiny, with my life path. So I mean to say, we cannot undermine the role of Rahu, that it can actually bring something in your life which is aligned. Like many Vedic astrologers say that, for example, Rahu could not give you marriage. But it has also been seen that in Vedic astrology, or I come from the lineage of the Bharati Vidya Bhavan. That is from where I have done maximum of my courses. I have studied from the Bharati Vidya Bhavan faculties. And in Bharati Vidya Bhavan, they consider Rahu as the Byahu. The period of the Rahu, the time period, Dasha of the Rahu can give you marriage as well. So I mean to say, yes, there is good and bad of Rahu, but one of the most astonishing thing about Rahu is that it can it can unfold your destiny. Like it can suddenly give you life transformation. Now, friends, when we talk about Rahu's significance in the birth chart, so that's very important. Like its house placement, it shows the area of life where one feels unfulfilled or obsessed. Its sign placement tells about influence, how Rahu expresses its energy. Its conjunction, like Rahu with planets like Moon, Sun, or Mars can intensify inner struggle and external events. Its dasha, like Mahadasha, Antardasha, can bring drastic changes, fulfill your destiny, and its transit of 18 months, like, is generally considered as very important. Whether this could be the Rahu Ketu return or whether this could be Rahu Ketu inversion. But the underlying important fact is dispositor's dignity in the case of Rahu plays the key role in determining the strength and intent of Rahu. Now, friends, when we talk about some of the profession which could be linked with Rahu, so all the politicians, magicians, IT professional, foreign diplomats, movie stars are somehow connected with Rahu. Remedies for afflicted Rahu. So the Bij mantra, never ever undermine the Bij mantra. Worship of goddess Durga, Lord Kal Bhairav. Worship of Lord Kal Bhairav actually protects you from any of the ill effects of Rahu in a way that unnecessary enmity, evil eye, like um, predatory attacks by the enemy. So Lord Kal Bhairav protects you over there. Goddess Durga, worship of Goddess Durga or worship of Goddess Saraswati protects the mind from any evil thoughts. Because most of the times in the period of Rahu, the only way people end up doing harm to themselves is via their own ill actions. So, charity on Saturdays could be one remedy. In the older times in Indian society, people used to donate the blankets uh, to the needy people, homeless people. But yes, all those people we see in the streets, homeless people, drug addicts, they all come in the purview of the Rahu. You do anything good for them, unconditional help, charity, you are honoring your Rahu. So yes, friends, and wearing hezonite and all is very important. Now, friends, Ketu. So, Ketu, we know this thing that Ketu is very important. Anything connected with our subconsciousness. The thing is, Ketu takes you to the inner core of your personality. All the deep rooted Sanchit karmas, it's just like that. People with a strengthened Ketu, nature speaks to them. Nature speaks to them. All those people who are capable of performing miracles, people who have that elevated sense of consciousness, conscious awareness, intuitive powers, aligned with nature, humans. So, all of that is the influence of the Ketu. The only concern with Ketu is that if Ketu is afflicted in the chart, it can completely ruin someone's life. Again, when we talk about damage, affliction, one event which completely changed the course of your life, now there is no looking back. In whole Vedic astrology, it's the only planet Ketu which is capable of doing that. A lot of the affliction caused by Saturn, pain caused by Saturn can be fixed. A lot of the problems created by Rahu can be fixed. But when it comes down to Ketu and if it is afflicted, so whether good or bad, done by Ketu is irreversible. It's very soul awakening or deeply bone crushing. So yes, friends, its element is fire, natural. Like we consider both Rahu and Ketu as malefic, but Ketu is moksha karak as well. Its color is like smoke gray. It's reclusive, introvert, highly intuitive, genderless or neutral, and a body without a head. Now, friends, Ketu's core spiritual essence, we know this thing that it releases your attachment to ego, status, relationship, recognize the impermanence of the worldly gains. So you can only become a mendicant or a monk or a awakened, elevated, enlightened person only because if Ketu is actually strengthened in your chart. Its energies are operating in a very strengthened way in your life. So we know that Ketu governs meditation, sadhana, all the mystical experiences, detachment from the social norms, expectation, pilgrimage to sacred site, dogs, everything is connected with Ketu. So signs of strong Ketu influence in a person's life, you will see that that person might have natural disinterest in materialism, some past life skills in occult, astrology, Purv Janam Sanskara we call it, strong intuition, period of voluntary or forced isolation, and a life pattern filled with unexpected shift that push one toward a higher destiny. Now friends, when we talk about this Rahu in the Capricorn summary, right? So we know that the good part about this transit of Rahu is that, see, the thing is, when Rahu is in the air signs, a lot of the people were talking about Rahu in the Aquarius is the Mool Trikona sign, Aquarius is the co-ruler. But the concern and the vulnerability with Rahu in Aquarius is that Rahu is all like imagination, thoughts. Aquarius is the highest of the air signs. If not channelized well, it can actually make you a daydreamer as well. Like you're planning everything, you have all the plans, but you know you don't have that grounded preparation for it. You don't have that grounded practical pragmatic stability to it. But when it comes down to Capricorn, this is the sign of power, groundedness, earthiness, stability, status. So over here, like Rahu can give you obsession with the status and power, the blueprint of the hard realism. You can read all these points which I have mentioned in the slides: corporate and institutional consolidation, material and systemic mastery, reinvention of the boss archetype. And because the the dispositor is Saturn, right? So Saturnian filter is definitely going to be there. Like because Rahu is entirely at the mercy of its dispositor. So Saturn, its chaotic or explosive nature is forced to submit to discipline, delays, and a grueling karmic audit. So shortcuts will not work. Only sustained effort yield results. Suppression of emotional vulnerability as well. You will not find any emotions in the Capricorn energy. It's very practical, very duty oriented. Now, friends, Ketu in Cancer summary. So we know this thing, it has to do with the emotional detachment, purging codependency, like breaking free from the toxic domestic loops, family guilt, and conditional psychological safety blankets, and redefining your home, shedding your past comforts, intuitive internalization, nationalistic re-evaluation, and vulnerability breakdown, like exposing where hiding behind emotional fragility or playing the victim stops working in the material matrix. So now friends, when we talk about what could be the psychological or karmic meaning of it, right? So we know that Rahu in the Capricorn triggers an intense, often anxious drive for control, status, and absolute self-reliance. It forces the psyche out of its protective emotional shell and onto the cold mountain of worldly responsibility. That is the only reason that Rahu in the Capricorn could be responsible for giving you attainment, power, authority, consolidated authority. So, like karmically, it represents the soul's mandatory maturation process. You're paying off heavy ancestral and systemic debts by building tangible, enduring structures. The thing is, Saturn in the Capricorn, Rahu in the Capricorn, see, it has this capability to institutionalize thing. A lot of the times, we come across people, okay, this person is very good in maths, this person is very good in finance, this person is very good in acting. But how often do we come across, oh, this person was a good actor and he opened a chain of the acting institutes, or this person was very good in like mathematics or in singing and he opened a chain of institutions of musical or singing schools. So that sort of power is generally attached with Rahu or Saturn in the Capricorn. So these two planets, if are in the Capricorn, and you have a child born in the family with a strengthened 10th house and all, so all of that is possible. Now, friends, when we talk about Ketu in the Cancer, psychological and karmic meaning, so we know that psychologically Ketu in the Cancer can trigger a profound internal purge of the emotional codependency and sentimental attachments. So, karmically, this transit forces the soul to outgrow its stagnation in familiar protective matrices. You're dissolving old ancestral patterns, family guilt, and a deep seated craving for external nurturing. What actually fulfills you, Ketu will take you to the core, to the depth of it. Now, friends, now I always say for which all people this transit will be important, right? So, obviously, if you are someone like me, like Rahu in the ascendant, tightly conjunct in ascendant degree, or Moon Nakshatra to be of Rahu, like Sadbisha of the healers, all planet in the axis of Rahu and Ketu. So, these are those people, right? So, you are in the Rahu Mahadasha Antardasha right now. You are 18, 36, 42, 54 years of the age, going through Rahu Ketu return, or you are in these profession like you are a politician, astronaut, scientist, foreign diplomat, or if Rahu is transiting, if this transit Capricorn energy falls in your first house, third house, sixth house, 10th house, 11th house, or you are anticipating major expansion in this period, okay. Now, for which all people this transit will be important from the Ketu's perspective. So, if you are in like Ketu Mahadasha, Antardasha, your moon nakshatra is Ashwini, Magha, Mula, you are of this age, you are in the Ketu's profession, or Ketu's transiting to your first house, ninth house, 12th house, fourth house, fifth house, or you are anticipating a major spiritual sadhana in this period. I always tell you, friends, whatever Ketu will give you, Saturn will give you, all other planets will give you, it will fulfill you in a range of this human birth. But Ketu, the gifts attained from Ketu are the only gifts which are transferable to many lifetimes. Now, friends, let's look at it briefly, how it is going to be influencing you. So, the dates, friends, this transit, as per the mean node calculation, will happen on December 5th and will be there till June 23rd, 2028. Like the way many Vedic astrologers are predicting, some astrologers are predicting war, earthquake, or change in the global hegemony. There was a very sad incident happened when this earthquake came in Venezuela a couple of days back. I was so saddened by that. Initially, I thought of giving a explanation video on the mundane astrology perspective, but I thought more than that, prayers are more important at this phase. So, but I mean to say, like the way many astrologers are contemplating major shift, like this could be a case that some astrologers are saying that China might go for Taiwan in this period of time. Some major other war front might open. So I mean to say, obviously, these kind of global phenomena can only happen if Rahu and Ketu are also permitting it, allowing it. So I mean to say, this is going to be a period when in this December 5th, 2026 to June 23rd, 2028, Rahu and Ketu are going to be in this axis. And also, friends, like even the next transit of Rahu and Ketu, like when they will be in the Sagittarius Gemini, we know this thing that incidents like Twin Tower attack, when this like COVID came. So even in this axis, so I mean to say, some of the next transit of Rahu and Ketu, aligning it with the movement of Saturn, Jupiter, is sensitive. Now, friends, talking about how it is going to be influencing all the zodiac signs. So, I always say this thing that when it comes down to Rahu and Ketu, it's always recommended to watch it both from your ascendant or from your moon sign as well. This is a brief explanation, friends, because we still have a couple of months when we will be close towards the actual timeline of the shift. I will come up with more elaborative explanation on this. So talking about from the Aries perspective, friends, so Rahu is going to be coming to your 10th house. Ketu is going to be coming to your 4th house, right? So this is going to be a intense focus on your career expansion, status, and public visibility. You are driven to scale your professional mountain. Like concurrently, because Ketu is in the 4th house, it might bring detachment from the home or domestic matters. You may relocate, renovate, or experience a psychological distance from your usual comfort zone. It's so ironic that based on the flow of my ongoing training, military training, so my first deployment might happen during this time. Being a Aries Lagna Ketu in the fourth house, I will not have a permanent address. So it's beautiful how astrology works. So I mean to say, so Ketu in the fourth house, friends, might bring detachment from the home or domestic matters. Some of the Aries people might have to relocate in this period of time, renovate, or experience a psychological distance from their usual comfort zone. And because the dispositor is in the 12th house, so it reminds you that your professional climb must be backed by inner peace and solitude, keeping the hidden expenses of burnout in check. So yes, friends, I would say because of the Rahu's dispositor in the 12th house, it's going to be a good time to explore your prospects in the foreign land. Deep secrets could be revealed through penance, meditation, and isolation. So my best wishes to the Aries native. And briefly now looking at the next zodiac sign, which is Taurus. So friends, for the Taurus, like this shift is going to be happening in the ninth house and the third house, right? So this transit will open a thirst for higher knowledge, foreign travel, philosophy, and the worldview will definitely shift. You are breaking out of the localized, repetitive thought patterns. Ketu in the third. So your immediate circle or short travel may lose their appeal as you seek a higher purpose. With Saturn in your 11th house, your long term ambitions and professional networks will directly stabilize and structure these new philosophical or international ventures. So, yes, friends, all what I can say is that the mindset of exploration, learning will fulfill many of your wishes. And yes, the obsession of Rahu, if put forth in a right way, towards the higher knowledge, it can actually give you a radical shift in the belief system, or this could be major breakthrough in the foreign land. So I would say that try to make the best out of it, friends. And because Ketu will be operating in the third house, so there might be detachment from the local networks, short travels, and superficial kind of communication patterns. So you will release the mental anxiety, and might consider moving away from the repetitive everyday hustle to focus on much larger life vision. Now, friends, briefly looking at for the Gemini. So, friends, for the Gemini, it's going to be sensitive. Rahu in the eighth house is not an easy energy to deal with, and Ketu is going to be in the second house. So, your income is going to be in the purview control of Ketu, and obsession of Rahu might take you to the deep in a psychological, enigmatic kind of puzzle. So, friends, this shift is going to be deeply transformative, interest in occult, and might bring some financial complexity as well. Rahu in the eighth house, friends, we know can amplify your unearned wealth, joint finances, research, or sudden transition. Ketu in the second house, friends, forces a detachment from the family wealth or traditional financial safety net. You must learn to manage resources independently. See, Saturn in your 10th house will demand absolute integrity and disciplined hard work in your career to navigate the sudden 8th house transformation smoothly. So, again, ultimately, the final nod will come from the dispositor of Rahu, which is Saturn. So that means, if utilized well, so with like integrity and hard work, so your career can navigate all that transformation very smoothly. It can absorb it very smoothly. But again, friends, from the Ketu's perspective, because now Ketu is in the second house and its dispositor is moving away. So let's say, for example, on the days when Moon is going to be sensitive in the sixth house, if you will take some sudden abrupt decision, you might end up entangling your money in wrong deals. So you have to be very careful about it, because now every day Moon is going to be carrying the energy of the cosmos of the Ketu as well. And it's all daily, or like once in 3 days transit, it is going to be the dispositor or carrier of the Ketu energy as well. If utilized well, it can give you higher elevation, meditative like solace, but if not utilized well, can give crashes in your financial planning. You have to be very careful. Now, friends, when we talk about the Cancer, okay, so for the Cancer, obviously, it's going to be the life transformation. Ketu coming to your first house, Rahu to your seventh house. So, like whether you are Cancer moon or Cancer ascendant, it is going to be the time of life transformation. So, friends, this shift is going to be like a period where a major identity and like a relational rewrite of your life could happen. I mean to say, with Ketu in your first house, you are shedding an old skin, dismantling ego structures, and letting go of people pleasing tendencies. Rahu in the seventh, shift your focus entirely onto partnership, contracts, and the other. So that means you will be drawn to unconventional or highly driven partners. Saturn, the dispositor of Rahu, is going to be in the ninth house. It will ensure that these new relationship or legal agreements are bound by shared higher values and moral responsibility. So I've seen like friends, when Saturn is the dispositor and in this specific alignment, because Ketu, all the monks, ancestors, all the cosmos, everything is observing you in the first house, right? And in the house of the partnership, other people, Rahu's there, but dispositor is in the ninth house. So let's say, for example, if your business or your commercial activities are very value driven, are very values driven. So like no one can stop you. There could be major rise and breakthrough and growth in this period of time. But yes, if it is driven by the core nature of Rahu, greed, like taking advantage of people or deception, then it can be responsible for the fall. So you have to take very consciously aware choices in this period of time, specifically connected to your relationship and connected to your commercial engagements. Now, friends, when we talk about the Leo natives, so friends, finally, it's a relief that the Rahu Ketu axis will leave your first and the seventh house. This shift of Rahu in the sixth and Ketu in the 12th is an excellent transit for overcoming obstacles, winning competitions, and organizing your daily routine. See, Rahu in the sixth can give you the grit to crush the debts, litigation, or health challenges through disciplined regimes. So, discipline is going to be very important. And because Ketu is in the 12th house, will enhance your intuitive insights, deep meditation, and an innate desire to let go of external attachment. Again, friends, when we talk about the dispositor of Rahu, that is Saturn. So Saturn will do its part, right? But Ketu's dispositor is going to be Moon, which transit almost once in 2.5 days. So that means wheresoever Moon is going to be transiting, if it gets exalted in the 10th house, if it gets debilitated in the fourth house, everything is going to have its impact. That means when Ketu will be exalted in the 10th house, some major breakthrough can happen in the career where you are being chosen by the cosmos. Like destiny picked you, fate helped you, right set of circumstances aligned, omens aligned for you to get that opportunity. And this could be a case that when Moon is going to be debilitated, there might be some unforeseen challenges and problems which might erupt in the family. So the in a nutshell, pleasing, honoring Ketu on daily basis will be important. So this could be, that Ketu can be honored through the worship of Lord Ganesha, as simple as habits as like, honoring the nature. This could be if you can feed the dogs, feed the birds, like as simple as that, offering water to the trees or plants around the place where you live. So this is how we honor the energy of Ketu, and it will make your daily life very simple. So yes, friends, I will repeat again. This is an excellent transit for overcoming obstacles, winning competition, and organizing your daily routine. Rahu in the sixth can give you the grit to crush your debts, litigation, or health challenges through disciplined regime. Ketu in the 12th house will enhance your intuitive insight, deep meditation, and an innate desire to let go of external attachment. Saturn, the dispositor of Rahu, is in your 8th house, will keep you anchored, ensuring you do deep psychological shadow work while maintaining physical vitality. Now, friends, when we talk about briefly knowing its impact for the Virgo, right? So we know that Rahu and Ketu shift will happen. Like Rahu will now transit to your fifth house, Ketu will now transit to your 11th house. Rahu is a very good planet for you. So that means this shift will bring you creative expressions, speculative intellect, right set of intellect, wisdom, knowledge to take right speculative decisions, and it will focus on the children or the romantic pursuits, because all of these will get highly amplified by Rahu. And you may break away from the large society group or superficial network, because yeah, Ketu in the 11th, and to focus, you might focus entirely on your unique personal projects. So let's say, for example, if like your girlfriend, your boyfriend with the Virgo Lagna, he or she has been like very social, always obliged to the social protocol, social responsibilities, give less attention time to to you as a girlfriend, boyfriend, or to the children. Now suddenly you will find that the whole focus will shift. So and also like Saturn in your like seventh house can bring a serious grounded tone to your one-on-one relationship, ensuring that your creative expression or speculative endeavors are built on realistic partnership. Now, friends, when we talk about the Libra, so friends, for the Libra, this shift will happen that Rahu will come to your fourth house, Ketu will come to your 10th house. See, whenever Ketu is transiting from the second house of income, 11th house of income, 10th house of career, sixth house of employment, you have to be slightly careful, because yeah, Ketu energy as good as it could be for the soul evolution, but when it comes down to the smooth monetary flow, Ketu can create some sort of disruption over there. So now friends, now what is going to be happening? With this shift, the spotlight will shine directly on your domestic life, real estate, and inner emotional architecture. You may experience an obsessive desire to build or acquire a home, or redefine your sense of security. Ketu in the 10th house can create a feeling of like, dissatisfaction, detachment, or a desire for a break from your public career or repetitive professional titles. Saturn in your 6th house gives you the immense daily work ethic needed to manage both domestic changes and workplace duties. Now, friends, knowing briefly for the Scorpions, so this shift will happen when Rahu, which is considered as very strong in the third house, and Ketu will come to your ninth house, which is very good for like the ancestral blessing, Kul Devata blessing, and doing some breakthrough work in publishing, writing, and research. So this shift or this transit will infuses you with incredible courage, self-effort, and entrepreneurial drive. See, Rahu in the third house can sharpen your communication, digital skills, and localized initiatives. And on the other end, Ketu in the ninth house brings us skepticism or detachment toward rigid dogmas, traditional belief system, or long distance plan that no longer serve you. So Saturn in your fifth house ensures that your dynamic self efforts are channeled into structured, long term creative or intellectual assets. So because again friends, like this is a typical, like that is the only reason I have written this thing, that because Rahu's dispositor in the fifth house, right? So too much pleasure seeking could cause disruption in the smooth affairs of the house, but at the same time, there could be lifetime opportunities for the entrepreneurs. And if during this time you're running some favorable dasha and you're planning to initiate, launch, lay foundation to something, Rahu will definitely help you. Now, friends, when we briefly look at for the Sagittarius natives, so friends, for you, this whole shift, like because Rahu will come to your second house and Ketu will come to your eighth house. That means your focus will zero in on wealth accumulation, family values, and speech. Rahu here can create unconventional revenue stream or a strong desire to accumulate tangible resources. And Rahu does not only give desire, which might be the domain of the air signs. In Capricorn, it gives you the grounded foundation to act on it. And when Ketu in the 8th house might release your grip on sudden crisis, unearned joint fund, or obsessive occult research, granting psychological liberation. So, and because when the dispositor of Rahu is going to be there in the fourth house, so Saturn in the fourth house act as the foundational anchor, making you build your emotional and financial security slow, brick by brick. So, friends, in the introduction part, I mentioned this thing. A lot of the people who are capable of laying foundation, institutionalizing their talent, into tangible material structure. Like this could be a case that the whole life one person had a reputation of being a good singer or good in maths, and there is another person who not only enjoyed this reputation but he built the chain of institutions as well. So that can only happen when Saturn allows that, Rahu allows that working collaboratively in the second house and the fourth house. So it's a good transit. I'm not taking into consideration what other planets are doing, but based on the Rahu Ketu perspective, including Saturn, it is very strong for you. Now, friends, when we talk about the Capricorn, so friends, for the Capricorn, it is definitely going to be the time of the shift in the destiny. Rahu coming to your first house, Ketu coming to your seventh house. These two are the planets of destiny, fate. So that means this shift will happen in a way that you are going to be the epicenter of this transit. Like Rahu in your first house will amplify your personal ambition, charisma, and desire to completely reinvent yourself. You are stepping into the spotlight. If you are an actor, you are a realtor, you are a politician, one of the best transit for you. Ketu in the seventh house requires you to release codependent relationship dynamics or partnership that stall your growth. Saturn in your third house grants you the unrelenting discipline, stamina, and communication skills required to carry this massive personal reinvention to fruition. Now, friends, when we talk about the Aquarius, so for Aquarius natives, now Rahu is going to be shifting to the 12th house and Ketu is going to be shifting to the 6th house. Now, friends, like this is going to be the transit, whether Aquarius is your ascendant, whether Aquarius is your moon sign. Like, for example, if you're Aquarius moon, you are in the last phase of the Sadhasati, right? But when we talk about the 12th house Rahu and the 6th house Ketu, again, friends, I will not go by what the classic says or what other modern day astrologers say based on my personal research. See, had it been this way, that if Rahu is in the 6th, Ketu is in the 12th, it is still considered as good. Ketu is like Moksha in the 12th house. Rahu being very materialistic planet, opportunistic planet, it resolves the tricky nature of the Rahu or the manipulating nature of Rahu could actually make someone's life easier when Rahu is in the sixth. But Ketu and Rahu are two contradiction force. Many astrologers say that because Rahu is foreign land, 12th house is foreign, so it could be supportive for you. But in certain cases, Rahu in the 12th house expose you to the like scammers, hidden forces, and Ketu in the 6th house can create a disruption in the job and the income flow. So I mean to say, I cannot say in black and white when it comes down to Aquarius. Out of all the 12 zodiac signs, specifically to the Aquarius, I cannot say in one line. So a lot is dependent on the kind of dashas you will be running in this period of time. Based on that, if you're running some vulnerable dasha, get the remedies done. Rahu can be easily pleased through chanting, through donation, through anushthan, and Ketu can be easily pleased through surrender and like through like honoring the nature. So now, friends, the points which I have written for you people is that this shift is going to be a highly spiritual, introspective, and foreign connected transit. So Rahu in the 12th house draws you toward isolation, foreign land, subconscious realm, or deep spiritual practice. Ketu in the sixth house can minimize your focus on the mundane conflict, daily dispute, or minor health anxieties. You simply lose the desire to fight petty battles. And Saturn in your second house ensures that while your mind explores the ethereal 12th house, your finances, diet, and family responsibilities remain strictly disciplined. And friends, I would say that if you are responsible for, like, you are the CEO managing the finances of an organization, or even like if in any capacity you're responsible, you're accountable, you're answerable for the finances, so a very meticulous approach will be required. Honesty, integrity in the matters of the financial handling will be required. And let's say, for example, if things are not going very good in your career, in your job market, a lot of the times I come across like where people abruptly put down their papers or like resign from the companies just with this wishful thinking that some opportunity will come up. So that sort of mindset needs to be avoided when Ketu is transiting from your sixth house, because if any break happens in your job, people find it difficult to get another job, and the sabbatical or the break goes on very long. So you have to be very careful. Again, it's a combination of good and bad. I have clear approach for all the 12 zodiac signs, because see, Rahu and Ketu, it hardly matters what kind of dashas you're running. It's like the something in your fate, in your destiny, they are responsible for bringing it to you, right? But again, for the Aquarius, it's going to be sensitive. For all other zodiac signs, I have a clear vision and I gave a clear um, guidance. But for the Aquarius, yeah, your own chart, running dasha, which stage of life you are right now in, all that needs to be calculated to have a clear vision of what to expect. And lastly, friends, when we talk about the Pisces natives, so friends, for the Pisces natives, this shift is going to be happening where Rahu will enter your like 11th house, Ketu will enter in your 5th house. This could be now considered as very good. Rahu in the 11th house in the Capricorn is considered as very strengthened. Like 11th house is the house of desires. Capricorn is the zodiac sign of consolidation. So it's just not like that you are wishful thinking or you are a victim of daydreaming and all. It can actually give you a consolidation, groundedness to your dreams. You have had a dream of starting a charitable or NGO. It can make it happen because Saturn, that is positive, is also there in the first house. So a lot of your wish, if they are humanitarian in nature, it has something to do with catering to the collective good, so it can get materialized in this period of time. And again, friends, I'll be very honest with you, compared to the ongoing transit when Rahu is in the 12th, Ketu is in the 6th, it is going to be much better for you. So now, friends, this shift is like historically a highly gainful transit for the material desires. Rahu in the 11th house opened doors for massive social networking, cash flows, and the fulfillment of long held desires through unconventional circles. Ketu in the 5th house detach you from the speculative risk, post romantic dramas, or over analyzing creative blocks. Because Saturn is transiting your first house simultaneously, this material expansion is strictly supervised by your own personal maturity, self discipline, and ethical boundaries. So, yes, friends, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my contribution in brief, because we have some more months to go, and once we will be coming closer to the timeline, then I will come up with a elaborative explanation. But as if now with this discussion, I'm sure you would have got an insight to what to expect. So yes, friends, once again, thanks a lot for watching this video.